I hate the Girl Scouts.
Why?
They're a direct competitor.
Competitor with what?
With the Gary Scouts. The Gary Scouts! It's the organization I started to teach adult men named Gary the importance of wilderness conservation and give them lifelong friendships. And we finance the whole thing through the sale of our Gary Scout cookies, which they sell door to door outside of Kroger's and at their wives' offices. The Gary Scout cookies! They're very similar to the Girl Scout cookies. They've got Thin Mints, we've got Gaunt Mints. They've got Tagalongs, we've got Follow Me's. They've got Caramel Delights, we've got Caramel Fancies, which used to be called Polish Circles, but we changed the name when everyone was like, oh, it's not cool to name cookies after ethnic groups anymore. And when I started the Gary Scouts, it was very cool to do that, and now it's not at all, and it was so expensive for me to change the name. I got locked into this contract with this cookie company, and I walk in there and they could smell it on me that I had never dealt with wholesale. They say, look at this little retail bitch. We're gonna ride him into the sunset. And they did. They rode me into the sunset contractual style. I got locked in with these terms and conditions that were very unfavorable to me. And I didn't realize how expensive it was gonna be to change the name of one of the cookies. I am in so much debt. And who are you going to buy cookies from? The adorable Girl Scout at the Kroger or the adult man named Gary at the Kroger who looks like he's got viruses on his computer? And he does. He does have viruses on his computer. They all do. I keep explaining to these Garys which naughty sites they can go to that are safe. And they go to those sites, but then they click on the banner ad, which sends them to a different site. And then they just start downloading videos. And I go, why are you even downloading it? And they go, how else are we supposed to watch it? And I go, you can stream it. You don't have to download it. Their brains are stuck in the 90s. They have this pre-9/11 concept of the internet, and I can't teach them anything else. And then their wives call me. And they're like, why is our computer so slow? And I got to cover for them. You know, I go, oh, well, that's just the age of the computer, but you probably shouldn't do any online banking while it's acting like that. Because they got it all, you know, Trojan horses, key trackers, California silkworms. They got the big three. And I asked the wives, why are you calling me about this? And they say, well, Gary told me you were Geek Squad. They told their wives I was Geek Squad. They think anyone who knows more about computers than them is Geek Squad, and I can't convince them otherwise. And sometimes I wish I could go back and change the name, you know, to a different adult man's name, Mark, Randy, the Randy Scouts, or Caleb, but it doesn't feel right, you know, because all Calebs are youth pastors. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like it is, and sometimes a feeling is more important than truth. And you ask me, why are you still running the Gary Scouts? Why don't you just close the organization entirely? I can't. It's run by the mob. I was sitting at home one day, and Dom DeLuise shows up at my door, the Dom of the 5 families. And he says, you're going to start a business for us that we can run drug money through. And I say, why me? I don't even owe you guys money from gambling debts. Isn't that how that works? And they go, yeah, it used to work like that. Then we realized the threat of murdering someone is what influences them to open up shell companies for us. It's not the gambling debts. In fact, the gambling debts loses us money. So we just skip that step and we just show up at random people's houses and threaten them. And I go, why me? And they go, we picked your name out of a phone book. And I said, I don't even know I was in the phone book. I haven't had a phone book in years. They say, it doesn't matter. You're going to start a business for us now. And I say, I don't know. I've never started a business. What do I do? And they go, I don't know. What are you passionate about? And I wanted to impress them. So I said, environmental justice. And they say, oh, we like that. Like, what kind of environmental justice? And I freaked out and I said, I want to teach adult men named Gary the importance of wilderness conservation. And they said, oh, that's great. And I said, oh, I thought we were just brainstorming. They go, no, you are locked into that idea. That's the idea. Follow your first instinct or we'll kill you. And it was a very inspirational threat. And that's why I hate the Girl Scouts.